Hello and welcome back to Pump with Purpose. This is Dr. Diana here. Happy 2.5 years to me. I thought long and hard about coming to do a very transparent update on my 2.5 year journey exclusively pumping. And just for the record, full transparency, I'm going to try to make it through this video without any tears. It is truly an emotional place to be in right now. But I really wanted to let my audience know, the community know how this has been. I've gotten a lot of questions on how I've done it, how I've stayed encouraged, and I'm just here to unpack all of that. But please know that it is emotional. I have some notes here as well because I thought long and hard about it, and I really wanted to get everything in and really make sure that I came and addressed a lot of the things that I've been going through, been thinking through. And so here it all is. And so, at the start of this second journey, 2.5 years, my first journey, was 9 months until I got pregnant with my second son. And then I weaned, but it was through pregnancy. And so, it was easier. I mean, not saying that, but it was weaning, but it was for a reason, so it did not hit in this way. This struggle has been ever since 21 months, right around the time, which is the reason for Pump with Purpose starting, was because, I was struggling with weaning, and I was like, I have to do something to help me to get through this. And so this is the prolonged natural term weaning, where I'm waiting for and allowing my body to wean itself. And so not only during the second journey, I've become stronger, more confident. I'm feeding both of my boys still to this day breast milk. But it's a lot to get to this point. And the thought of, eventually stopping is a struggle for me, and stopping out of something that's out of my control. So my husband, he knows, I'm a control freak. Everything that I do, it's planned out. It's, within my bubble. And this weaning journey, it's out of my control, because what people don't realize is it's a different struggle when you have to reckon with your brain that okay, you want to wean, but the thought of your body doing it for you, where you can try and not see a lot of increase, if anything, decrease. And everyone's journey is not the same. This is just my truth here, and it's my whole truth. And so I wouldn't be where I am today without the 240-minute rule, period, point blank. My first journey, I did not do it in that way. I dropped my middle of the night pump at 4, 8 weeks. I can't even remember, maybe 6 weeks in between. And of course, I still had an oversupply. I still ended up, with 40 ounces. But I determined myself, I went the full 12 weeks. Actually, if I'm being honest, I went 21 months pumping 240 minutes a day. So as I would drop pumps, I would then add the time back to other pumps. And so when I dropped to 4 pumps a day around 6 months, I was still pumping 240 minutes a day. Every pump was a full 60-minute pump, because I had to fully empty. I was not one of those people that could empty in 20, 30 minutes. I mean, if I was pumping more, I would have, but once I got to 4 pumps a day, I had to do the complete hour to fully drain, to continue to signal to my body to give me that milk. But as time went on, my body started just decreasing on its own. I got my cycle back at 11 weeks, both times. The first time I was pumping 7 times a day. When I got it back at 11 weeks on my second journey, I was still pumping 8 times a day, 30 minutes a day, and still got my cycle back at 11 weeks. So every cycle, I feel I don't, especially now, I lose supply. And at first it would come back. Now it doesn't come back. I'm just being completely honest. So this time it's been very emotional, because it's taking me down to around 5 ounces a day, maybe 7 if I'm lucky. I'm going to see if this time it's going to come back once my cycle hopefully finally comes on. And I'm not expecting, so don't think that. We'll talk about that as well. But it just literally takes a minute for it to bounce back. And with each time, I still lose something, even if it's milliliters. But at this point, it's a little bit. So I do think that that's what did it for me. My body is naturally weaning, and my cycle is continuously decreasing my supply. to the point where I'm at a point now where I was trying to go back to 8 pumps a day. It's not happening. But at this point, like, I'm so sad about it, especially for this cycle that's about to come on. I am now pumping 4 to 5 times overnight, and that's from 10 p.m. to 7 p.m. I literally pump 4 to 5 times. Like, sometimes I can use up to 3 pumps just to like make sure I'm emptying in different ways, and like getting my body to stimulate in so many different ways. And again, I'm hanging on, but it's hard because it's out of my control. And so I am proud. I'm beyond proud of this moment. But to see, 5 to 7 ounces, I know I could just quit, like I know tomorrow, like I could get up. I'm not gonna say completely stop pumping. I end up getting full if I wait too long. But waiting too long is no longer filling up a big, bottle. You know what I'm saying? I'm literally like putting it in. I'm using the smaller, collection cups because I'm no longer able to fill bottles. And like, it is hard. It is hard. It's the reason I started Pump with Purpose. But it is hard. And I've had this joy of feeling good about providing both of my boys some part of their nutrition. It makes me beyond excited to know that a part of their nutrition comes from me, and to know that I'm eventually may not be able to do that. It's hard. And so the reason I say that is because in my first journey, I was expecting, and that's what weaned. And I through this journey, I'm not saying I want any more kids now. I'm in prayer. My husband and I are in deep prayer. Like, I would be completely lying if I said that I did not want to try for a girl. Lying. Okay, if I got another boy, because these two in here are like completely like off the chain. They are rough. But regardless, I would be happy, but I would be lying if I did not say that I wanted to try for another child. But I would also be lying if I said that these 2 that I have are enough. They keep me busy. They keep me going with work as well, working full time, and all the many hats that I wear in the house, outside of the house, as a, person that has, mom, like family. I just, I'm tired. And so, COVID hit as well. That really has been a factor, and just really wanting to continue to provide the breast milk for them. Thankfully this time has been, a time to reset and rebalance our family and putting ourselves first. But it's also been okay, I want to, have some type of what I believe. I wouldn't be pumping this long if I didn't believe in the benefits of breast milk. And so all this time, I've, been wanting to continuously provide their breast milk. My new goal, so I'm at 2.5 years now. I do want to make it to 3 if possible. I really want to make it to December of this year if I can be so honest, because then from both journeys, I will have made it 4 years. I'm not going to even think that my body's going to hold up. So I'm trying to let go of that goal. But again, if I can't reach a goal, it's hard for me. I would be lying. I would not have all of the credentials that I have if I did not think that if I put my mind to something, I'm going to achieve it. This time, it's not that way. So it's really been a deep struggle to see my milk continuously decrease out of my control, from the top of producing 50 ounces a day now to praying and hope that I get 5 to 7 ounces a day. It's hard. So that is another thing. And so people have asked me what have I done? Not only the encouragement part, but also what have I done? And I still pump every day regardless. I do a minimum of 3 pumps a day. I just lately, the last couple, ever since a week or so ago, I started really increasing my pumps overnight, because I cannot do it during the day. I try to, if I can, sneak it in during a meeting and turn my camera off, then I will if I can, but I'm just exhausted. It's hard to do all of that because you got to set it up, and do all of that. So I really do try to stick to my 4 to 5 a.m. pump, and then pump around lunch, 12 to 2, 3. It just depends. My, early afternoon pump, and then I pump before bed at a minimum. But I still keep my 4 to 5 a.m. pump or 5 a.m. First it was 4 when I was going to the office. Now it's like 5, because once I'm done, then I get up at 6 to try to start, my day and getting the kids ready. So I still do that as well. So it's been very, very difficult. So I just want to let the community know that's where I've been. It's been a struggle, but you all keep me going. All of the messages of, seeing someone to pump this long. I know people have done it before. I know I'm not the first one, but I love it. I love it. I do it. Starting Pump with Purpose has really helped me. All the, people that I see, all the clients that, take a chance and then I get those messages and I'm like, okay, this is worth it. Like seeing other people benefit from my knowledge, from my education, from all of the products that I've purchased. Just lately have they even been gifted to me. Let me just be clear. Like since I started Pump with Purpose, but before then I was just Diana in the streets. Like these companies were not carrying that, but now I am starting to be able to get gifted products. But before then, probably like 85-90% of my products are purchased by me. Even now I still do, like maybe I'll, if it's something that I will think that can help the business, then, I will. But like a lot of the stuff, I do it because I want to help the next person to demystify. You're going to spend and invest. Like pumping was important to me. So dropping $1,000 on something, I know it sounds crazy, but it was what I did because I felt like I had to have the best of the best. And so, just wanted to, thank the community, from the people that see me prenatally to before, and they can get the full list of all the things that help, and have it ready to go so they're not overwhelmed once the baby is here. From the people that see me in the hospital, they already know they're getting some misinformation and they're like, I need some help. From the people that see me from postpartum, from when they first get home, from months, the first 12 weeks, from even the ones that see me up until 12 months, even the ones after 12 months, even the ones that, that wean or are struggling with getting a plan. I mean, you all keep me going, to the point where every time I get discouraged about all the hats and all the many things that I'm doing, and then to get that message, you're inspiring me. You are, you've helped me. It all goes so far in letting me know that what I'm doing is worth it. So please understand this 2.5-year mark. This 2.5-year mark, albeit exciting, but also comes with a lot of emotion. And so I'm going to end here because I fought back the tears for this long, proud of myself. And so I'm just going to pause right here and let you know, this has been hard because my body is doing something that it should be doing. Anyway, it's regulating and continuously, getting back to normal, and which is what I want, but also still struggling with the fact that it's happening. So please understand that, it's hard, in a different way, but I'm here every day holding on. I'm literally not going to stop until I pull up to a pump and there's no milk that comes out. I mean that. It's going to be hard because it's I feel like it can happen any day now. But I'm going to keep pushing. I'm going to keep pumping as much as I can, as long as I can, just to let you know that you can go as long as you want. But it does come with a lot of emotion because things are happening that's outside of my control. So I'm sorry for the very transparent post, the little bit of emotions at this point at the end. But please know that I am here to help assist in any way that I can to make your journey easier, to help you to reach your pumping goals. So this is Dr. Diana here with my 2.5-year pumping update. And until next time, we'll pump with purpose.